In this video, we'll talk about one of the biggest misconceptions out there concerning health, and that is blood pressure. So contrary to popular belief, blood pressure does not measure the performance of the heart or the blood vessels. Instead, it actually measures the performance of the kidneys and the adrenal glands. So the kidneys are the waste disposal network. They are elimination organs that the body uses to get rid of its waste, to purge toxins and chemicals, and to keep us free from inflammation. So what are the adrenals? The adrenals are the glands that sit on top of the kidneys and that regulate them. So all glands regulate certain organs. They are the systems that tell organs what to do. So adrenal glands tell the kidneys what to do. The adrenal glands have many different functions, from hormone production to mineral utilization to regulation of course, the blood pressure, to creating neurotransmitters, which help us regulate our nervous systems. So there are a lot of different functions that can be traced to the adrenal glands. And of course, they help pump cortisol. Cortisol is basically the antidote to inflammation. So when the body needs to help itself and lower its inflammation levels, it pumps cortisol from the adrenal glands. So when we're stressed, when we're in the fight or flight response, when we are really inflamed, the cortisol levels go up, which makes our adrenal glands hyperactive, and that can cause definitely dysregulation of our blood pressure. When it comes down to it, blood pressure corresponds to the level of inflammation in our bodies. So the kidneys purge the waste, the lymphatic waste, the toxins and the chemicals and the metabolic waste from our bodies. So they are the filters, whereas the adrenal glands, they help to pump the cortisol that helps us regulate inflammation. So you see, the function of both are essential in that inflammatory response. The top number of blood pressure measurement is called the systolic number, and it measures the function of the adrenal glands. The diastolic number, or the bottom number, is related to the function of the kidneys. So this number has to be fixed first, so we have to fix our kidneys before we see improvements in the top number. Since the adrenals and the kidneys are highly related, anything you do with one will impact the other. So if you work on our kidneys, we're going to impact our adrenal performance. And if you work on our adrenals, meaning we lower our stress levels, we lower our inflammation levels, that is also going to impact our kidney function. And here is something paradigm shifting. Because the kidneys and adrenals are related to the lymphatic system, the kidneys basically purge the lymphatic system, which is the body's waste and immune system. And because that's the case, and blood pressure is actually the measure of kidney and adrenal function, it makes more sense to think of blood pressure as actually measuring lymphatic pressure, because the lymph system is also a liquid system in the body. It is a network that's 4 times as long and greater than the blood network, and it covers every inch of our bodies. The blood brings nutrition to cells, whereas the lymphatic system takes away the cellular waste and purges it through the elimination organs, and kidneys are your number one elimination organs. But imagine if the kidneys are weak, and so the lymphatic system can't be filtered or purged correctly. That means it's going to become stagnant. Think of anything that's stagnant and pulsates. That is going to cause more pressure. And doctors will probably not tell you this, not because they want to, make sure that you don't have the knowledge that you need to get well. I'm sure a lot of them are well-meaning. Doctors actually don't understand the performance of the lymphatic system. They're not taught what the lymphatic system does in medical school. They're only looking at systems and organs as independent factors, and they're not looking at how they relate to each other. And if you look at kidneys as what they are, filters of the lymphatic system, you're going to understand that if you're measuring their performance, then that has to relate to the function of the lymphatic system. If the lymphatic system is stagnant, it's not circulating, the kidneys and adrenals are obviously weak. They can't filter the lymphatic system. So when the lymph system stagnates, what happens? So when the lymphatic system becomes stagnant, we become even more inflamed. A stagnant lymphatic system eats away at cells. It degenerates tissues. That is something we call inflammation. If that continues to happen, that is then called chronic inflammation, which causes what we call disease. But disease is actually only localized degeneration. And this degeneration is caused by a stagnant lymphatic system in that area of the body, which is usually the weakest area of the body. So that is what we call a chronic disease. It's basically simply these elements playing a role. And if we don't fix our kidney function, we cannot fix our lymphatic function. The lymph and kidneys work together. So if we want to lower our blood pressure, the key is to strengthen the kidneys. So the kidneys have to be strong in order to purge the lymphatic system. This will cause the lymphatic system to circulate. By helping the kidneys filter, we can get the lymphatic system to drain. When we drain the lymphatic system, we ease some of that stressful, stagnant pressure from the body. What do we have to do? We have to get back to kidneys, which are our essential elimination organs, like the skin, like the gut, and the lungs. And all of that can be done through a detoxification protocol that features an alkaline diet. And all of that can be done naturally without medication, because medication is only suppressing the symptoms of what is wrong in the body. So it is basically going in and thinning the blood, which is not necessarily what is going on. We don't need the blood to be thinner. We need our lymphatic system to drain. We need our kidneys to be stronger. So the drugs you're prescribed are actually most likely going after the wrong thing. Remember, drugs can regulate the symptoms momentarily, but they're not doing anything good for the body so it can go back to its regulatory state and work efficiently. They basically camouflage what's wrong. The longer we take them, the longer we're camouflaging exactly the root of the problem that needs to be corrected sooner than later. And obviously, drugs are toxic to the body, so whatever we put in, chemically, we have to get out. And how do we get that out? Through lymphatic drainage. So if your drainage is not working and you're putting in more acidity in terms of drugs, in terms of food, in terms of emotions, environmental chemicals, and so forth, that waste has nowhere to go. So please be careful with medication. There actually is a way to reverse naturally high blood pressure, not to treat, but actually reverse. And this can be done through a very efficient detoxification protocol that features the alkaline diet. And if you need more help in regulating your blood pressure and want to work with me, I have a program that's going to help you detoxify your body and bring your blood pressure into balance. It will help you strengthen your kidneys, drain your lymphatic system, and help your body get back to its regulatory state and its optimal health. And all the information about this program can be found in the description below. So if you found this video mind-opening and you would like to learn more about your body and what it takes to get healthy naturally, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps it grow and reach more people that need to hear this information. And until next time, take care.